Bathtub. We're still working on the production, but we got the duck. We got a lovely bath curtain
from Target.
From Target.
I don't know if we can we say that.
It was from Target. Not sponsoring us.
No,
yet, but
someday we'll be sponsored by Target.
Target. Bailey was gonna grab wine real quick.
Oh yeah. Do you have a preference?
No. Whatever you're drinking, I'm drinking.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So, because we need it, because we watched this first episode. Here we go. Howdy, Bathelors. Can we call each other Bathelors? If there's gonna be Bachelor Nation and the Bachelor family, then we can be the Bathelors. Is that okay, Bailey?
Yes, it's perfect.
Great. So, just to give a brief overview of what we're gonna talk about in this episode, obviously we're going to talk about what happened on the first night. However, we're also going to talk about the wild framing device that they used for this first episode. We're going to be discussing all the girls in detail, including why we think they came on the show. Instagram followers. Is probably going to be the most popular. Oh, here's Bailey. She's so quick.
We got some cab.
We got some cab. We got some bubbles. This is, it's for you guys. Oh, sorry, I don't want to get it on the computer.
Oh, man.
Shall we cheers?
Yes, a toast.
A toast.
To Bathelor, are we deeming this Bathelor Nation?
Bathelor Nation.
Sure.
Toast to you guys. So we will be watching chats. If you guys have comments on what we're saying, pipe in. If you guys are watching this afterwards, which is like, that's okay.
And that's what I would do sometimes. So tweet at us if you have ideas or things that you want to say. We want to hear it.
And
sincerely.
and we can read them on the stream too. So if you have anything, just lay it on us.
Let us know.
Yeah. Oh, and we'll also be doing our draft.
Yes, and play along with that too. We have a very intricate point system.
Yes. That Bailey created and is genius. So.
It's really good. Also, I think that we can add to it as the season progresses. Yeah. So if anyone has any ideas for points, that is also something that we would like to hear from you, and we can add that to our system.
Yeah. I guess we should just start with like our initial
Let's jump in.
Gut reaction. Bailey, what do you think? We watched it separately, so we didn't watch it together. Which won't always be the case, but I want to know what were your thoughts on this first episode?
Wow. Well, first of all, 3 hours? It was a 3-hour
fucking hours
premiere. That's a lot to ask.
That's insane. And they did it, and people watched it, and people
loved it. Yeah.
Remind me, I'm going to make a note now because I want to look up the Nielsen ratings. I want to see what the numbers of the premiere was, because it was 3 hours, and
it would be interesting to find that out. I mean, it's such an established ecosystem at this point that I'm sure there are people watching. clearly there were people watching. There were so many watch parties throughout the nation. But 3 hours, my God.
My God.
So some of my initial reactions, because they do share some spoilers that you'll see throughout the season. And oh wow, I cannot wait for Colton to hop a fence.
Run away.
I can't wait for Colton to literally run away.
Yeah, and have to be found by Chris Harrison. One of the, and I don't want to get too into this because we'll talk about this later, but I did watch a lot of interviews with Colton after the fact, after the premiere, and he does talk about that moment, and he basically says there's a lot of self-discovery on this journey, which I think is very intriguing.
Sure.
He says that he gets overwhelmed, and for a time there's no Bachelor this season. He runs away, abdicates his responsibilities, and runs into the forest.
I have to say, so I didn't, just watching more of Colton, I really feel, because initially going into this, I was like, he's a scumbag, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
And now I kind of see him more as like super, super emotionally stunted.
Yeah.
And like not as sinister as I think I wanted him to be, but more like, oh my God, this is a little boy.
Yeah.
Like, and he does not understand. I don't know. And part of that is
I
like,
agree with that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the vibe that I got, because he was like seriously like, he was crying. I think that I kind of believed a lot of emotions that he was feeling. Like you can't. It's hard to fake those puffy eyes like that.
Yeah,
like,
he's not an actor.
No.
I believed, and again, not to get too much into the interviews, but the Colton that we saw during Bachelor in Paradise, Becca's season, I think this is a very different Colton. Whether it's more true to himself, whether it's just like more stripped away, I don't know.
I agree. I think it's a totally different animal we're dealing with, but I just kind of got the sense like, oh, he like really just doesn't know how to handle a lot of things.
No, and he's our age.
Yeah, he's young, like 26, 27, something like that. I just some thoughts on Colton. I wrote, Colton looks like a country musician. His hair is thinning, I think.
No
one seems to be talking about that.
That's astute.
But Bailey I think that's happening because they showed a shot of him in the shower, and I was like, someone's on Propecia. Someone's taking that. And I was like, but then I saw him kind of kissing some of the girls later in the season, and I thought those kisses looked so snuggly.
Yeah, there's a tongue. The first kiss he had, I saw some tongue slipping in, and I was like,
he looks like a good kisser.
He does.
He has a lot of like.
Yeah, he did.
Action.
Yeah, a lot
which
of this.
I think is very like intimate and like fun.
He seemed to have a lot of like physical chemistry with people, which I was kind of surprised. I kind of thought he'd be a little robotish.
I thought so too, but to be honest, my initial reaction to Colton was that I liked him. Like I was like, oh, you're like being so nice to everyone, even the awkward sloth girl.
Yeah, you were
which we'll get into.
Nice.
He was so welcoming, and they commented on that too, and I saw that. I wrote this. I think I figured it out. I wrote
Bailey figured it out. Let's have a section where Bailey figures it out.
I think I figured it out.
Yeah.
Guys, stop. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. Well, I mean, because part of the reason that we're doing this is to talk about what it is about this show that is so appealing. Because regardless of its toxicity and its ridiculousness, there is something very appealing about this, particularly to women in the United States. And what I think it is, and this will be really great with our fantasy draft, I think people watch this show and I think, here's what I wrote. I think people watch the show because it feels like they get to date someone based on the girls they see themselves in.
Yeah.
And so it's like they are in a relationship with this like attractive person
through a woman that they feel like
they identify with, right? And I think that has a lot to do with like the appeal. It's like, oh, you and I have something in common, and we are like dating this person on a pedestal.
Yeah, and if I think I'm like you, like into taxidermy animals, and you get to date this awesome guy, then why not I?
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. Earlier today, all of you, which, I mean, if you're watching me, then maybe you have seen Shannon Strucci's, she has done a couple episodes on parasocial relationships, which is basically where you feel like you have a relationship with someone on screen, even though you don't know them.
Yeah,
however, The Bachelor, because it's reality, it very much strips away that facade that TV has, and much like YouTubers, you know, like us, you can fall in love with us if you want to, though. Like, I give
It
you
is real.
permission to do that.
It's not.
It's not. But it basically, I don't want to say preys upon, because I think that's.
But I think it
utilizes a parasocial relationship.
It's very aware of what it is.
Yeah. And I think that ties into, and again, I don't want to jump ahead, but in the episode, we had an entire section where we met Chris Harrison's mom. And that felt like a weird, like, parasocial relationship. Like, we're supposed to.
That was so strange.
So weird. And it did feel like they were trying to get us like, oh, you know, Chris, he's part of your family. Here's his mom. You want to meet his mom.
I felt like in that moment we got maybe too close to Chris, or I felt like Chris was like, okay, this was like a little vulnerable, because what was the word that his mom used to describe him? Because they were like, what was Chris like as a kid? Just like a very fleeting question, but she had kind of a poignant answer that that was like, I don't know, what was the word that precocious. She called him precocious within like 2 seconds. She was like, oh, he was a very precocious child. And he was very, I don't exactly know her wording on this, but she was like, he was very finicky about his clothing, and he was very particular.
And that's not really something you want to hear your mom say on national TV.
If you're a huge TV personality like that, I would think you would want to hear like, oh my gosh, Chris was such a joy to raise. He was hilarious,
or like
and smart.
wild but fun.
He was so fun. He said the funniest thing. She was like, no, he was very precocious and very like concerned about how he looked. To like the teeth. Yeah, and just seeing his face, it was like, I kind of saw some cringing in him. Maybe I was picking up on that. Like,
he seemed uncomfortable with it, and I
felt
felt uncomfortable watching it.
I
felt like this was a family dinner, and I should not have witnessed what we were seeing. I do want to point out, TC says, parasocial relationships, all the Twitch girls aren't my waifus. No, they are your waifus.
They are.
That's
worry.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry. They love you.
That's so good. Precocious sounds like a child actor. As I am a nanny of a child actor. The precocious is correct. No,
not to interrupt. If you had, you can keep going. If you had...
I don't know. Those are basically kind of my opening thoughts. I forgot that Goose existed and that he and Crystal found love, and
my God. Why don't we go ahead and jump into talking about the framing device of the show?
Okay.
Because I don't think Bachelor, they've definitely played around with that. They visited like parties across the USA. They'll bring bachelors to people's parties. They've done that before. But never on this scale. And they've never devoted this much time during the premiere to people who are not on the show. Yeah.
It was, to be honest, I skipped through a lot of it.
I almost did. I said I had nothing to do today. So I didn't.
I was like I saw most of the first part of like their interactions with fans and the watch parties that they like visited. But towards the end, I was like, I really don't.
Stop it.
I don't need this. I kind of just want to follow the narrative that we're following, But yeah, I did. I mean, there were some things that I did find kind of charming. Kendall and Cien from last season.
I loved Kendall and Cien. I'm so glad they showed up.
I am too.
Those are the kind of women that we see ourselves in.
Yes.
Like, and also both of us are in relationships, so it's not like
we don't watch it, I think, for the same reasons, like the people that I described who like kind of date. Yeah.
But the female friendships, I do really follow. And I like watch to see who stands up for who, like which women are standing up for each other.
Yeah.
Who are developing like real friendships.
Those are the traits that I find very attractive in the women. Is when they like have each other's backs.
And that does get me sucked in. And makes me want to watch more episodes, like seeing
Totally.
their relationships develop.
Totally. I thought it was also interesting in this show, they only gave, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They only gave 8 girls out of 30 a pre-show intro.
Yes.
And I wasn't totally sure. Some of the ones that they chose, I was fascinated by. A couple of them I got, and like
the first one, the girl with on the beach with her boobs out in a bikini, I understood that immediately.
Totally.
I got that one.
I really liked all of the girls that they gave a pre-show intro to.
Yeah.
I found myself connecting with all of them, and probably because of this pre-show intro, but I don't know how much that gives away in the rest of the season.
Yeah,
you know what I
don't. I remember I sometimes, during the preview, you can kind of pick out which girls stick around longer. And I actually didn't see a lot of crossover, but I also didn't pay attention that much.
Yeah, same. But I want to pay attention this time. It was fascinating. Oh, Bachelor kids.
Okay, let's take a minute and talk about the section where they try to prove that The Bachelor is more than a show.
It creates human life.
It creates human life. I'm sorry, I don't even want to call it a show. This movement.
This phenomenon.
This phenomenon of people finding each other on TV creates love and life.
Yeah.
That was really weird. And
it was really weird.
Yeah.
Also, Lauren looks like 48 hours pregnant.
Yeah. But this looks like they just took it and then they were filming it. I was like, oh, honey, can I say that we're pregnant? And I was like, sure.
Yeah, like, they don't realize that you wait a certain amount of time to announce it.
And I don't think he has any feelings. I love that. I don't think
that's
he's
all
a
he
real
has.
human person. It was
He's a
really
robot.
weird. To
It
watch
was
him talk about a
strange.
kid was like watching him talk about a piece of paper that he owns now.
We got a piece of paper together. It's gonna be really fun.
It's gonna be really fun. I can't wait.
Yeah. I just wrote Ari and Lauren ... Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
I will say Ryan and Trista's kids are adorable.
Yeah. And also Jaden and Tanner do seem to be actually in love, and like and most of these couples who do fall in love seem to, I mean, they've been married for like 7 years and have 2 kids, so I don't know what proof of love there is, but that's
there are those 2 kids at the very least.
There are those 2 kids. They fucked at least twice, so
I loved the backlot hot tub idea.
Yeah.
Really hoping that we could get a little closer to that in the future.
Yeah.
There might be a Crystal and Goose here. We might be the Crystal and Goose.
Oh, are we the Crystal and Goose?
We could be. I don't know who is who. I think they're both so bad.
I know. Wow.
It was really, I liked the backlot hot tub. That was the only comment I made on that.
And it is also fascinating that all of these past alumni, all of them have now thousands of Instagram followers. All of them got a chance to host a little part of the show last night. And that seems to kind of be the trend. You go on The Bachelor, you either already have a bunch of followers or you gain a lot of followers.
You become an influencer.
You sell HelloFresh like Lauren did. Maybe she was
Stitch
Stitch Fix.
Lots of those.
FabFitFun.
Tons of that kind of thing.
Tons of them.
Yeah.
And then you get little bit hosting gigs from...
You're part of the ecosystem moving forward.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's called the Bachelor Family.
I'm so sorry.
And if you mess up again, I'm gonna...
I'll be moving out.
Yeah. You're just gonna lose your spot in this house.
So should we go ahead and jump into what's happening this season?
Oh, just quickly before we move on, just because I think it is a great example of the parasocial relationship that we have pointed out. The one woman at the...
Who loves Ben? Yeah, that was really cute, actually.
That was really cute. It's this older woman who is it? Oh, it's actually I and Jared, who I think was before you started watching.
Yeah.
But they're pretty popular. Will they, won't they? Finally, they got engaged after years of being friends, actually.
Oh, that's great.
On the show, they were best friends, and like she liked him, but he didn't like her. Anyways, they're engaged now.
But this woman who's like probably in her 60s or so.
Yeah.
She said that her husband gave her a pass for Ben, which I thought was true love. And
True love. Bailey also has a pass, not for men. Who would it be, Bailey?
Not for men.
Who's your pass?
Ooh.
I'll tell you my pass.
Who's your pass?
Janelle Monáe.
I
not really.
I gotta talk to Jason about a pass.
Yeah.
I think he would have some setbacks. I'll be taking one, but it'll be a fight. But yeah, I thought it was cute. And then Ben shows up.
They bring her out. She jumps on him.
She's thrilled. It was a really cute moment.
It was very cute. And I think a parasocial relationship at work. I think actually she is the target demographic. And I think that's what we saw last night. The person who is watching the show is a woman her age, probably married, who, just living vicariously through some 26-year-olds.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
That's what this is for.
Yeah. Should we move on to talk about the ladies?
Let's talk about the ladies. I also made a note that said Colton wants openness and honesty. I feel like that's going to be some foreshadowing for the opposite of those two things later in the season. So maybe we should all keep that in mind as we progress. Openness and honesty, because they even revealed a little piece further on down the season where Chris is like, this information changes everything.
Right. So did a girl lie? What's happening? Yeah.
What could that mean? But anyway, so let's talk about the gals.
The gals. I'm pulling up the photos, so I won't be looking at chat, but Will has chat. He can, if something, he can tell us, because I'm gonna pull the girls because I don't know their names.
I wrote them down in order that they appeared.
Ooh.
And so the first one is Demi.
Hi, Mom. Oh, it's so good to hear you.
My mom's in prison for embezzlement.
Mommy.
My mommy's in prison.
My mommy's in prison for embezzlement. And she lives with her dad and her stepmom on a farm.
I really, really like Demi.
I like that she was like, yeah, my mom's in prison. It happens. And she's getting out soon. And she can't wait for Colton
to meet Colton.
Yeah.
The reason that I think I like Demi is because she was the only bachelorette who was openly critical of Colton's virginity.
Yes, I loved that when she was like,
said it made her uncomfortable.
It makes me uncomfortable. How do you know?
She said it's concerning.
Yeah. How do you know you like chocolate if you've only had chocolate? What if you like vanilla? What if you like strawberry?
Her perfect cupcake analogy.
Yes, and I think it also counterbalanced. She did come off as like the typical Southern like belle who like usually has very like strict values, but I love that they just nicked it. But she's like, no, like that's weird.
She said it was weird. I like that, and she even says to him, she's like,
yeah,
I think it's weird.
I think it's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's weird. I think it's fine.
We'll see.
But dating him, I absolutely agree.
Could see how that's a little.
That's a concern.
So number 2, our second out of the limo is Tayshia.
To
be honest, her very first impression, she's very cute, by the way. All of these women are beautiful.
Yeah.
Tayshia hops out of the limo. She seems very nervous, and she's just like, you seem to have a big heart, and I have a big heart, so... and that's it. And I didn't feel like it made a huge impression on him.
I didn't see her at all the rest of the episode.
Yeah, she comes back a little later because her bit for their like her making an impression on him later in that evening is Tayshia Land.
Oh, right. She just come back later.
So she makes a carnival just out of her name, and there's nothing other than a sign, and I think that he gives her a piggyback ride.
Maggie Land would be like a joint and some like thick critical books and several vibrators.
I love that.
Yeah.
Bailey Land would be we both have colored pencils and journals, and we just sit there for 30 minutes not speaking, just coloring.
It'd be fun to date you.
I'm really fun. I'm a blast.
Oh, Colton is secretly an incel.
Ooh.
Interesting. That counters my thoughts on Colton that I only thought when I was watching the after show interviews, which we'll get to later.
Okay.
But that is interesting, and I do not want to discount that thought because that is always possible. And I don't know if he reads the internet. He seems
I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't seem terribly up to date with literally anything. But TBD. Let's put a pin in it and come back to that a little bit.
Boop. Thank you for that insight, though.
Yes.
Any other thoughts on Colton? Send them through because we'll read them out loud. I really want to know what your guys' impression was.
We'll take a pause and go through chat here in a little bit and catch up because we've been gabbing a lot. Number 3 was Heather, who's never been kissed. She said, "You're rare." She said, "You're rare" to Colton.
You're rare. She also has a smile, those big dimples.
She's got dimples. She's very cute, but she's never been kissed. No. I find that a little concerning.
Definitely concerning, especially because she's beautiful. So
so what's the deal?
Yeah.
What personality
flaw? Yeah. Whoa.
We've got Nicole. She's from Miami. She speaks Spanish.
Oh yeah.
We have Kaylin, who is Miss North Carolina. She had She had a sash, and she was like, my title was Miss North Carolina. Ooh, and then she flips it over and she's like, but I wanted to be Miss Underwood, which would mean she wants to be Colton's daughter.
Yeah.
Because it would be Mrs. Underwood. It's okay. We didn't think about that, Kaylin.
Weird.
We have Sydney. She quit her job to be here.
Dumb
red
move.
flag.
Red flag. Red flag. There are a couple red flags from these intros.
Oh,
that's red flag. Don't quit your job to do this.
Yeah. Do not.
Don't.
We have Elise, the redhead. She just said that she's nervous. That was it.
Nervous. However, she does at least seem to make it far enough that in the preview, she's crying and says, I can't accept this proposal.
So that's a good sign for Elise. We're we're here for Elise. I don't know that I'm going to be pronouncing this woman's name correctly, but I believe that it's
Kerpa?
No, it's Tajuan, I think.
Oh, no, that's it. Tajuan, yeah.
And she just kind of, this is apropos, but she just describes how to say her name to him.
Yeah, and she does go home.
She does go home, yeah.
On the first night.
There was no chemistry.
Yeah.
Cassie, however, was the next one. She's the first one on the pre-show, or like the pre-girl, I don't know what I called it before, but whatever. They did like a little segment on her before the girls.
Oh, she was the swimmer.
She was the swimmer with her boobs out. Yeah.
Surfer girl.
I like Cassie.
Yeah.
I think that they had a lot of chemistry. She's got great eye contact. She dumped a box of literal butterflies out.
Yeah.
Cute.
That was cute.
Then we have Kerpa.
Yes.
I don't think she made much of an impression on him coming out of limo.
She's interesting because she seems very down to earth, and she seems like the type of girl I usually connect with, but she also seemed a little like I don't know, like
it may take her a little bit to warm up.
Yeah,
we'll see. Caitlin brought a balloon, popped it, said I popped your cherry. Colton said he thought that was an apple. So not sure what's gonna happen with them.
What? Okay.
Also, fruit-related, Courtney hops on in with a sweet Georgia peach, and she forces him to take a bite of it.
That extra interaction did not go well.
Wasn't great.
No, did not land.
It was not. Yeah, wasn't that good. Let's see. Katie comes in next with a magic trick, and she takes his V card.
And she is the first woman that he makes out with.
This is true.
Yeah.
I liked Katie.
I liked her too.
I'm here for female magicians.
Yeah, and also this is not, and like, we're definitely not the first person to bring up this. There is a long string of racism that big time in the Bachelor universe.
One thing that I'll say for Colton is that he gave a rose to almost every single woman of color.
Yeah, and the first girl he kisses is a woman of color.
And genuinely, to me at least, seemed to have like a connection with not just the white blonde girls.
Yeah, and I will say that it's getting way better, but depending on how long you've been watching, it used to just be white people.
Yikes.
Yeah, and maybe one black person every season that would go home either the first or second episode.
Yeah.
And I don't think people are getting less racist.
I don't know. I guess good on ABC for at least trying to We'll see what happens throughout the season. But so far, I'm not horrified.
So far, great. Yeah, I know. At least better than it has been in the past.
Totally. After Katie, we had Alex D, who committed hard to a sloth bit.
Whoa, that just, ouch. She does go home the first episode again.
She does.
Yeah.
It was super awkward.
Real bad.
And I could not stop laughing.
Yeah, I know. It was really funny to watch it and not work at all. And he was very kind, and I don't think he sent her home because of the sloth thing.
No, I think it's because she was objectively boring.
Yeah, she was pretty boring. She took her outfit off, and I was like, oh, that's why they gave you the outfit, because you had nothing else.
You had nothing. Yeah. Colton's response in the interview afterwards, he went, that was pretty good.
That's funny.
Which I thought was very
really funny. I hope he came up with that himself.
I think he did, because I do not think he knew what he was going to say. Our next one is Onyeka.
Oh, yeah!
Who I think is great. Huge fan. She reminds me of, like, Tia and Tamara and her smile. She just has a lot of brightness. I think she's great.
Yeah, and she was the one who got one of the pre-introductions, and I loved her.
I did, too.
She was like, I'm loud, but, like, I'm kind, and I was like, me too.
Oh, same.
Is that right?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I see myself in you.
Wow.
I really liked her. She was great. She said that he is a snack.
That's cute.
Erica McNutt brought a bag of nuts, or a nutsack, if you will. And he only remembered that her last name was McNutt and did not remember her first name.
And it was like, McNutt. He said that later in the night.
Yeah, but he didn't even remember that. But she does look like a lot of the other girls, to be fair. She's
one of the blondes that's like, you kind of lose them in a crowd.
Yeah.
Only because there's so many. Not that blondes aren't beautiful and don't stand out.
But they all have the same, it's not her fault.
Blonde
they all,
hair,
yes, they dress her the same. She looks the same because they made them look the same. That's just what it is. Hannah is Miss Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
All she said, she was like, where do you think I'm from? And he's like, I hope not from Arkansas. And she was like, no, Alabama. And so
anyways,
bye.
And goodbye.
Their entire interaction.
Yeah.
Then we had Tracy, who is the fashion police. She has a very insane, intense look in her eyes.
Yeah, she is the one that had racist remarks on her Twitter that she apologized for.
Yeah.
And who also made fun of people's weight at the gym that she apologized for. And also previously stated that women who go on the show are stupid. Yeah.
Can't wait to see more of her. Angelique came in. I just put a question mark. I really didn't remember much about her entrance.
And she does go home.
I don't think she does. I think she gets a rose. So we'll see. Devin was the next one. Devin does go home.
Yes, Devin goes home.
So, which I kind of understand. She really didn't jump in and have to make an impression.
Yeah, and also when they interview her, everyone's cheering in the background because they just got roses. And it's kind of sad.
It's she's crying. Yeah. It's like 10 a.m. It's very...
Yeah, from the night. Like, they start at 7 p.m. and they end at like 8 a.m., 10 a.m.
Everyone's exhausted and drunk and anyway. Our next one is... Yeah, let's do that tonight.
Okay.
Revian was next. She spoke Mandarin. She said the word stud muffin in Mandarin. She goes home.
That's funny. Yeah, I initially was like, ooh, she seems cool. And then after a while, I was like, I don't think you're...
Yeah.
There just wasn't a connection, but
yeah, there just wasn't. Cool. Yeah, she does look really cool.
Yeah.
Next was Nina. She's Croatian. Next was Alex B. Oh, she was sick and she made signs.
Oh, yeah. And Colton seems like
he was
breathtaking
by this. He was like, she didn't say a single word. She's perfect.
Perfect for me. She's very beautiful, though, so I get it.
Yeah, she's real pretty. Yeah. Then we have Brie, our Australian, fake Australian.
Yeah. It was later, she told him, I'm not Australian, and they laughed, and it was cute.
It was very cute. Then we had Laura. She's from Dallas, and she had the same dress as Heather. And that was the thing that we remember about her.
Initially, we thought she was gorgeous just looking at her photo. But then when I saw her on the screen, I was like, oh, I don't think she's going to make it.
And she doesn't. She does not continue on.
No.
Then we have Hannah, who brought his favorite underwear brand, which he deeply responded to.
Yes, and she gets the first impression rose, which... if you guys have been watching the past, like, 2 bachelorettes and like 3 previous bachelors end up picking the person they give their first impression rose to. So it's not an end-all be-all rule, but it is a good indicator that there's, you know, just something there.
She's a good contender at this point.
I also looked her up. She is apparently she's an Instagram model, but she doesn't like to be called a model. So she's a content creator. She's an Instagram model.
She creates content.
And she is gorgeous.
Yeah, very pretty.
Yeah.
Very small, tiny, cute.
She was tiny.
She's tiny.
She's got that like hunch thing.
Yep, exactly. Then we had Jane, who photoshopped pictures of their dogs.
Red flag, red flag, red flag.
Really weird. She does not get a rose.
No.
Then we have Catherine, who brought her dog Lucy and just gave it to him.
Ooh, we got the first villain.
Our villain.
Yeah, I do think though, however, I was watching a recap with Becca M, and she very astutely pointed out that sometimes the producers will have actually 2 bad guys. You have your lead, like she's just Cruella de Vil, she's over the top. But then you have someone who's a bad guy who pretends not to be one. Yeah. And so somewhere in the mix, there's someone else.
Yeah. I think Tracy is a contender to be then maybe another bad guy, but we'll see. And then we had Erin, who showed up in a Cinderella carriage.
Goes home.
She goes home. And then there was a 30th one. Annie, I don't even remember her entrance, and I didn't write anything down, but she does get a rose, so I guess we'll keep an eye out for her. Should we check chat and then maybe go for our draft?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Spanish and Mandarin. Wowie. That's true. Yeah, very multilingual.
Yeah, and Croatian. Yeah. So 3 different languages, but only 2 continued on. Yeah. Let's see. The Bachelor Cinematic Universe.
Bachelor Cinematic Universe. Oh my god. The sash is big. Yikes.
Yeah.
An incel theory that sex for longer than 15 minutes causes a man to be mind controlled. Whoa!
That's...
I'm sorry, you're talking to a woman who's gone for at least 3 hours, and I think we both came out of that as gods. I don't think we were dumber for it.
That's a crazy, crazy thing to say. Wow.
That's really funny. It's really funny because it makes sex really bad for men, and they're telling it to each other.
Don't do it for too long.
Yeah, if you really like it for too long, you're too gay, man. Dude, you
straight up can never fuck a woman again.
Yeah. Oh,
really cute.
Yeah, that is a good point, TC. Colton is a virgin, which again, I was a virgin for a very long time. So like, I get it, but lacks experience socializing with women. I think it's a double-edged. I think he not only is a virgin, but it also seems like he had a very like gendered life. Like it just doesn't seem like he's been around a lot of women.
Yeah, and I mean, I would bet like $100 that he's done a ton of oral.
Oh my god. Like, that is his bread and butter.
Yeah. I think he gets BJ's in parking lots like
all the time.
So often.
But he's really good at giving oral too. Because I think
his tongue work was like, it seemed to know its way around. Okay. Yeah. You know, so maybe yeah. I think that's a great theory. There's really no way for us to test this.
There's really no way to test this.
But we can maybe reach out.
I'll reach out to Twitter. I'll ask him on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll DM him. I think he'll respond.
DM him. Obviously, he'll respond. No. Great. So we're going to do our first ever fantasy draft.
Yes!
We've never done this before. That doesn't make us better than anyone who has. I don't want to pretend like that.
Should we read the rules that I came up with?
Yes, Bailey has an incredible list of rules.
Okay. So, and I would love if anyone has any ideas to add to these rules. It's going to be a point system. Please just let us know, and we'll probably add them because but there are quite a few.
We'll put this up on my Twitter, her Twitter, both of our Instagrams in case you want to.
We deeply invite you to play along.
We deeply as Bathelor. Nation as Bathelors.
Okay, so heavily sighing is 1 point. 1 point.
Awesome.
Snort laughing is 2 points. 2 points. Getting curse words bleeped out, also 2 points.
What the?
Beep, beep, beep. That's 2 points. Getting body parts or clothing blurred out.
Ooh.
That's 5
Girls,
points.
let's do something crazy.
Yeah. That one is really going to kick in hardcore for Bachelor in Paradise. Because they, for whatever reason, ABC Family is like, butt cheeks? I don't think so.
A quick side note. I did also find out today that they're limiting the drinking this season, which they've never done before.
Wow.
And I don't know.
We'll see how that affects.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because of something that happened on Bachelor in Paradise or like, I don't know. And I don't think they're going to apply that same rule to Bachelor in Paradise because I feel like.
Yeah, because it's like all it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting to know, though.
Being bitchy to another girl is 5 points.
Ooh.
Bringing up Colton's virginity is 5 points.
Oh my god.
Being embarrassed by your own behavior is 10 points.
Oh my god, that's like so. I never do
I
that.
said that.
What?
I can't believe I did that. 10 points.
Right.
Crying, 10 points. A peck, 10 points. Getting confronted by another girl, 10 points.
Listen, it was really uncool what you did back there.
I just wanted to tell you, some of the other girls brought this to my attention, and so I'm bringing it to yours.
You know, as a friend. Oh my god, we got this down.
Yeah, that's perfect. So that's 10 points. A makeout session is 15 points. Saying I'm falling in love with Colton.
I'm falling in love with Colton.
20 points. Getting a rose, 50 points.
I'll just leave it.
That's 50 points.
You get the idea. Also, this is chocolate.
Yeah, that's a chocolate rose. It's better than the ones that they get.
Yeah. It's true.
Let's see. Oh, causing a huge scene, 50 points.
Listen, I didn't even mean for it to come out that way, but I'm leaving.
50 points. Beautiful, by the way. Big secret revealed, 50 points. Getting confronted by Colton about drama between the girls, 50 points.
Whoa. So the other girls, and I really don't like drama to get in the way, but they brought it up, so I thought I should bring it up with you.
Yes, hell yes, that's 50 points. Colton saying, I'm falling in love with, or I think I'm falling in love with, that's 100 points. Making Colton cry, 200 points. Leaving the show by choice, 300 points.
Oh my god.
And getting a ring is 500 points.
Wow.
So.
All right. I think that's fair and fun.
Yeah. I think
you
it's
can get points all day long for a myriad of things.
I think it's going to be so great. All right. So Maggie and I are going to do this kind of as a contest between each other.
Yeah.
So to see who goes first in the draft, we'll flip a coin.
Great.
So.
And also it will help us be able to talk about each girl as we go along by keeping up with
our teams. Yeah. Okay. So, Siri, flip a coin. Oh, wait, hold on. We didn't pick sides. Do you want heads, tails?
Heads, yes.
Okay.
I'll take heads.
Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails this time.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Okay.
By the way, the ones we have to choose from, there are 23 girls.
All right.
So one of us will have more.
That's okay.
Okay.
Bailey, I didn't want to bring this up in front of the other girls, but I just was it really fair that you got another girl?
Some of the girls have been talking about it.
I'm just falling for him. So
okay, Maggie just racked up like 80 points.
I'm so good at this. All right, go for it, Bales.
Okay, my first pick is going to be Onyeka. She's my favorite.
Oh, okay. I think that's a really good pick.
Thank you.
Right. For me, I think my first pick is going to be Elise.
Ooh.
The redhead Alaskan.
Great pick.
The redhead Alaskan. I don't know if that's kosher to say that.
It's quite all right, I'm sure.
All right.
Okay, my next pick is going to be Kaylin, who is, I believe,
Kaylin,
Miss North Carolina.
Miss North Carolina. Yeah. That's a good pick. Okay, I think my next pick is going to be Hannah G.
Ooh!
She got the first impression rose.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Make Bailey your final pick to even them out. Oh, okay. Bailey's my final pick. I don't know how well we would do in the show.
I don't think we would do very well.
No, I don't think so.
Or we'd be the top two.
We'd fucking kick ass.
We'd be the top two, and then we'd leave the guy for each other.
Yeah. Be like,
And just feeling
sorry. No, sorry. We're gonna go live together.
Okay, my
Your turn.
third pick is going to be Catherine.
Ooh.
Who is
the
one who
villain.
interrupted the other girls 4 separate times.
Yep. Okay. That's a really good pick. I'm going to pick. Okay, this is a weird pick, but I'm gonna pick Nicole.
Ooh,
Because I think she gets in the middle of some drama later, so maybe those are some tears.
She cries a lot. That's
she cries
really,
a lot.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm gonna pick Demi.
Ooh,
I like Demi.
I really like Demi. She's cool.
Yeah, she's real cool.
She's real cool. Okay, let's see. I think next I'm going to pick. I'm choosing between two. There's two on my mind. Okay, I'll pick Hannah B. Because I also think she goes far. They seem to drum up a lot of they seem that they want to pit the pageant girls against each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that means that they go far, but she's at least
right.
far enough to create some drama.
Okay, good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go with Alex B.
Ooh,
The sick girl who made signs.
You know what? I mean, he seemed very smitten with her.
He seems smitten.
He seems smitten. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Is Cassie the speech therapist?
She I know she knows American Sign Language. I think she was that one.
That was her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick her. They seem to have
Great
like
one.
a connection, and they seem to be, cute.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's cool. I am going to go with Kerpa.
Kerpa. May I ask who's left?
Yeah. This is everyone so far. And
Okay.
actually, let me hold on. We have Cassie's gone. Kerpa's gone.
Here's my list. If you need.
Oh, great. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay.
far. There's so many girls left.
Man, this is at this point it's like.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pick. I'm gonna pick Bree.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah. Why not? She was the Australian gal.
Good one. I'm gonna go with Nina. Her boobs look incredible.
Oh my god, her boobs were incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like that's gonna upset some people moving forward.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that no one talked about it. 'Cause, I mean, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Angelique, Sydney, Erica. Yeah, we're getting to the people that I just like don't even that I don't.
Yeah,
recognize.
these are all gonna be kind of wild cards at this point.
Great. Has anyone picked Katie?
Katie is available.
Okay, I'm picking Katie. She was the first kiss.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I really liked her. She's very cool. She was the V card girl.
Yes.
My
Okay.
V card.
I'm gonna go with Tracy.
Ooh,
I want the bad girls on my team.
that's a good one. You're doing good. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 people. Caitlin, Annie, who are these people? La, la. Annie, man, she's so forgettable.
I know.
That sounds bad.
Wait, which one is she?
Here's Annie. Here's Caitlin.
I don't
know, and they look a lot alike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Tasha,
yeah.
just because she's different than anyone else. Everyone else left is blonde.
Yeah, that's astute.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to pick Heather. Never been kissed.
Oh, ooh. Who's Erica? Where's Erica? Oh,
Erica McNutt.
Okay, McNutt. I'm gonna pick McNutt.
Okay, good one. I am going to. Oh, did you pick Annie yet? No. I don't want Annie either. I just liked it.
I don't want her either, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Sydney, who quit her job to be there.
Oh my god.
And she was an NFL dancer. Not a bad gig.
That's not bad. Angelique, Courtney, Annie, Caitlin.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney and Kate. Where's Caitlin? This Caitlin? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pick. I'll pick Caitlin.
Okay.
I couldn't pick her out in a lineup, but I'll pick her now.
I'm going to pick Courtney.
Okay. So that's Angelique and Annie left, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Angelique at least has a memorable name.
Super true.
Yeah, and she actually, I mean, she seems really cool. I don't know if he thinks she's really cool, but she seems...
She does seem... She has that beautiful smile.
Yeah.
And then I'll take Annie.
She looks more like an adult than anyone else in this group.
Yeah,
like she looks like
really,
she has a job.
She
and
straight up
like,
looks like a woman.
thoughts about life.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So those are our teams.
That was our first Bachelor draft. How do you feel, Bailey?
I feel really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be keeping track throughout, throughout the season.
Process. They call it a process, Bailey.
For a reason.
It's about the process.
Because it is.
It's a process.
So please, of course, draft your own teams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you want to do that. Don't pick everyone, because then you'll win.
Yeah, because you'll win. You can pick half of them.
Pick half.
Pick half.
Sure.
Pick the half that you think is going to gonna bring you to the top.
Yeah.
Gonna bring you to the end.
Yep.
Bachelor becomes the incel 10,000 points, Warren.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
That is catching the snitch of this game.
That's the catching the snitch of this game. Pick the one with boobs. That's not a bad bet.
Yep. I did that. And that is Nina. And I think that she will bring me lots of gold.
Yes. There's a lot of gold in them hills.
So that's good. Again, we'll post the rules if you think of any more ways to get points. Tweet them at us or comment, and we will definitely consider.
One part that we wanted to do every episode that I wanted to bring up is most toxic moment.
Ooh.
And so I think either of us can give a take on the most toxic moment to us. And to me, I have a moment that stands out.
Please.
I think we all remember the girl with the dog, Courtney.
Oh, Courtney.
Courtney.
She had at least 4 very toxic moments.
Yeah, she had at least 4. The specific moment is a girl takes her aside. And I think I can't remember who it is, but it's a girl that I like, and the girl takes her aside and is just like, hey, you've talked to him 3 times already. Some of the girls haven't talked to him. I just want to let you know that some of the other girls are like talking about that. I just wanted to make you aware. And then Courtney basically pretends to understand and hear her.
Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine, yes. Yeah. And it's like, I hear you, I understand, and I get where you're coming from. The girl who brought it up talks to camera and says, I think that went really well. I think I really got through to her. Second later, she goes and interrupts another woman for her 4th time.
She does this literally 4 times.
Yeah, and just the way that she lied to the girl who really gave an olive branch and was just like, hey, and pretended to understand and then continued to play the game.
Totally. That was a great toxic moment.
And specifically the lying. I don't mind that she talks to him 4 times. Be the bad guy. That's fine. But to say that you're not and then to do it, I think that was a little like...
She hopefully was egged on by the producers. And if not...
Wow.
Wow, dude. That's bold. I think my most toxic moment was... when Devin does not get a rose, and it's very bright, and we did discuss this earlier. She's just crying. Yeah. The other girls are celebrating behind her, but there's also a moment where they have a shot of her coming out of the mansion, and there's a voiceover, and she's like, I really did feel a connection, but I guess that he just didn't, and maybe in another setting he would have, but he didn't in this, and now she has to deal with that, and it's like, ooh, that is a big, like, part of the toxicity of this show is that you have to like fight other people out of your way to even get FaceTime with a person who may or may not give a fuck about you. So it made me really sad for her, but also what great television.
It is funny that so many people go into this so optimistically because there's a 1 in 30 chance. And that's not good odds.
Those odds are horrible.
Odds are you're going to go home empty-handed. And I also think that speaks to, there's that study that says we all think we're slightly more intelligent than we actually are.
Mm-hmm. That study horrifies me.
I know, me too, because I never want to be that person. But I think this is kind of a, if not, I'm dumb as fuck. You? Will showed us a sign that said I'm dumb as fuck. I don't know.
It's not true. It's not
true.
true.
Will is saying that he doesn't believe that. Okay. I think you're intelligent.
You're very intelligent.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is kind of like a microcosm of that.
Mm-hmm.
Although these women think that they have a chance, and not that they're not attractive and not, the best, most available bachelorettes.
Totally.
But chances are you're gonna go home sad and not with a guy.
Yeah, you're feeling the most likely outcome that you can almost certainly bet on is that you are going to feel very personally rejected and that your feelings are going to be hurt. Mm-hmm. And that is what you
can bet on that.
You can bet your ass
on that. Another quick moment that we want to do every episode is the Bachelor Nation National Address.
Here we are.
Where we speak to Bachelor Nation as the nation that you are. You're a nation who is ruled by Bachelor family, and we are the correspondents for such. And the first thing that I wanted to point out is that I hope all of you went onto Instagram and liked that video, because if you didn't, they were not going to release that footage. And thank God you did. Thank God you did that. Otherwise,
think about the people who sat at home and didn't go out and get on that app and didn't press like.
No, where would we be? My God. What was that video even? I don't know.
I didn't.
I don't know.
What was the video? Maggie and I did not.
I don't know.
We did not participate.
We did not like it, obviously.
Are we hypocrites? Sure. Are you?
Sure.
Probably.
I don't think any of you did it.
I remember Chris getting on there and he was like, we got 10,000 likes on that video in 2 seconds, so good job, Bachelor Nation.
2 seconds
like, okay,
flat.
Here's another question for Bachelor Nation. Are you all just bots?
Are you bots? How did that happen?
Because I don't know a single person who knows what that video was.
I know. For a second, I was like, because I Googled it because I wanted to find out. But it just showed the Chris Harrison video, and I was like, that couldn't have been was that the video?
It was, surely not.
Because, they knew that they were going to get the likes, because 10,000 is not that much. Millions of people follow their Instagram. And then I was like, so they must have planned it with his mom. I don't know. I guess I'll find out for the next episode. But also, I don't really care. But that was your first Bachelor Nation National Address.
There will be more.
There will be more. We are coming to the end of the... we got some bubbles.
Here's some bubbles.
We're coming to the end. I did want to bring up very quickly, and maybe we can talk a little bit more about...
Help. Thank you. That's 20 points for me.
That's 20 points for Bailey. That was a kiss. I did want to quickly address, and I want... not that I am into giving homework, but I have homework for all of you. And it is to go and watch these bizarre interviews with Colton that he's been giving since that first episode aired.
I haven't watched it. That'll be homework
Bailey
for me
hasn't
too.
watched it. We will let's talk more about this because Bailey hasn't seen it. But first of all, he basically gives away that he isn't with anyone.
Really?
I don't think.
So there may not be a ring involved.
It sounds like unless it's but he's not good at lying. He's not good at faking it. And
he's a baby boy.
He's a baby boy, and he keeps saying that he goes through a lot of personal self-discovery.
I believe that he does. Or
I
believe that he goes through stuff that he can't deal with. Like, I believe that he goes through trauma that he has no grounds to get out of or to process.
It's just it feels like a very different Colton. It feels like someone who like really found a part of themselves. Insteller confirmed.
Maybe.
I want you guys to go watch it. that sounds weird. I don't want to make anyone do anything because we're
Yeah.
not Bachelor Nation.
If you feel like it, go watch
If
it.
you
I'm gonna
fucking
go
feel
watch it
like
because I'm
it.
curious, and it'll be something to chat about next time.
Yeah, I'm getting some vibes from him, and I'm wondering what you guys are vibing with. So
It'll be interesting to
Yeah.
find out.
dear God, I hope he ends up queer. If that's not like, I don't know if Colton has come to like that far of a discovery, but quite honestly, it seems like someone who I don't know, kind of in that realm.
I am
Yes,
someone who has
haven't-
not figured themselves out.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
I'm curious, really curious to
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah. So, guys, the queer plot twist. We have all been waiting for a queer plot twist.
Oh, haven't we?
Since day one, and so I don't want to say this is the season because I really don't know, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah. So let's do our closers.
Yeah. Is there anything? Oh, I did have an astrology prediction.
Oh.
I have 2 astrology predictions, if I may.
Please.
I predict, and I will find out next time for maybe the 1% of you who is interested in this, including me.
I think everyone's interested.
I love
This is
astrology.
great.
I predict that Demi is an Aries.
Okay.
Because she was the first person out of the limo, plus the first person to grab him. She's got that very
Ooh.
urgent energy.
Airy vibe.
And I predict that Nicole is a Cancer.
Oh, I like
because
Cancers.
I love Cancers. I think that she's a Cancer because she cried about not getting the first impression rose.
That seems like a Cancer thing to do.
She's wept openly a few times, and she's very involved with her family.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
my boyfriend's a Cancer.
Oh.
And so is my mom.
That's so cute. I know.
Oh yeah, and my boyfriend is saying off camera that he also cries.
Yeah.
He does.
Witness.
Yeah.
Great. Next time I did write down, I have Colton and Hannah G, who got the first impression rose. I have their birthdays written down, so I kind of want to read their star chart.
Ooh, yeah, we can do
It'll
that
be
for
quick.
next time.
We can do a quick section.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Great, guys. So, if you would send us any questions, anything you want us to read,
Yes.
either to Bailey's Instagram or Twitter, which
Twitter
is
or
below,
Instagram, yeah.
or mine.
It's above.
It's above. You can also find our Instagrams there as well. We'll be Instagramming and tweeting out the points.
Yes.
You guys want to play with us?
Please
We
do.
have a very different rubric than many other people, because we view this as a formula more than a show.
Yeah.
Even though it's both. Yeah,
It's really more of a formula.
it's
than
more of a
anything.
formula than anything.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all that we had
pretty
for
much it.
today.
We
I'm
will be
excited
here-
for further on where we can talk less about one specific thing that each girl did and kind of
Yeah.
get more into
The thing
what's
as a whole.
happening and how we feel and how you feel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Next week we will be same bat time, same bat place. We'll be in this tub. It might look a little more tub-like next time.
Maybe we'll
See
see.
what we can add.
We'll see.
But until then, cheers to you and
Cheers to you, Maggie.
Cheers to you. You are my bachelorette.
You're my bachelorette too.
Wow.
Bubbles.
Bye, Bathelor Nation.
See you guys.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna drink more of this.